Unknown facts about Hermes brand. The well-known popular Paris-based fashion label makes one of the most expensive and classy handbags. Yes, we are talking about Hermes. We all love to look at the elegant products of Hermes, especially the Birkin bags, as every now and then celebrities like Kim Kardarshian, Kylie Jenner, and Victoria Beckham boast their huge collections of the Birkin bags. Hermes has just not marked itself as popular and trusted brands in the world, but has been an indicator of the fashion taste of the user. The super customizable bags like Birkin and Kelly have been a statement of class, wealth, and the taste of fashion among celebrities. Welcome back, and today we will talk about Hermes and some of its unknown facts. But first, let's have a look at where it all started. In the year 1837, the brand Hermes was founded by Thierry Hermes. Initially, the popular fashion label started off as a harness and bridles manufacturing company. These were majorly utilized by the carriage traders and the elites of Europe, North Africa, Asia, Russia, and America. The business was later passed on to his son, Charles-Émile Hermes, in 1880, and along with his sons, Adolphe and Émile Maurice, Charles-Émile Hermes launched saddlery and began the sale of the Hermes products at the retail. After the retirement of Charles-Émile Hermes, his sons renamed the company to Hermes Frères. Émile Maurice was given the rights to use the zipper for the first time for leather products and clothing. They marked themselves as the first ones to introduce the zipper for the first time in France. For the Prince of Wales, Edward, Hermes launched the leather golf jacket with a zipper, and since the exclusive rights for the zipper were awarded to Hermes, it got very well known in France as the Fermeture Hermes, the Hermes Fastener. Throughout the 1920s, Émile Maurice introduced the collection of clothing and accessories. He groomed his three sons-in-law. In the coming years, Robert Dumas, one of the sons-in-law of Émile Maurice, succeeded him after his death and was the first in charge who was not a direct descendant from the Hermes line, as he was only tied to the brand through marriage. He took up Hermes as his family name, and once he took on the top position, he felt it rightful to incorporate the last name Hermes into his own. Ever since then, he was Dumas Hermes. He introduced the original Hermes handbags, jewelry, and accessories and had an exceptional interest in designing and tracing the possibilities with the silk scarves. However, during the mid-20th century, the production of silk scarves got reduced and later got completely diminished. Hermes back then became the symbol of class. Therefore, they gained a name for themselves with popular celebrities donning it. In the year 1956, a magazine called Life featured a photograph of Grace Kelly, who had just become the new Princess of Monaco, donning the sac à dépêche bag in front of herself to cover up her pregnancy. The leather sac à dépêche was introduced to the world in 1935. Additionally, in the year 1956, this photograph of the latest princess created such a buzz and had a huge amount of impact on the world that Hermes themselves had to change the name, leading on to the public calling it the Kelly bag, which was a name subsequently taken up by the Hermes, making it hugely popular. Jean-Louis Dumas, the son of Robert Dumas Hermes, went to become the chairman in 1978 and concentrated on silk and leather goods while adding new product groups to those made with its traditional techniques. Just before the takeover by Jean-Louis Dumas, the company was heading to its decline in the 1970s. A major role was played by this fourth-generation chairman to turn Hermes from its decline. A major boom in the business was recorded since Jean-Louis' appointment, and the annual sales during this time in the 1980s were recorded at $50 million US. By the year 1990, the annual sales soared high from $50 million US to $460 million US. Here is a list of 9 unknown facts that would get you surprised. The name Hermes also comes from the Greek god of messengers and commerce. People can do anything for their loved ones. As we have mentioned above, the first leather handbag collection was created under the leadership of Émile Maurice. The designing and the layout was done by Émile Maurice himself in the year 1922. This was so because his wife once complained of not finding the perfect bag for herself anywhere in Paris, and therefore leading Émile Maurice to create one for the love of his life. The origin of Birkin bags. We are now on our way to discover the history of the most popular Birkin bag. The famous Birkin bag was named after Jane Birkin. The Birkin was in the later years after the boom of the Kelly. The idea was introduced by Jean-Louis Dumas to Jane Birkin on a flight to London. One of the most expensive Birkin bags ever sold consisted of crocodile skin, white gold, and diamonds and retailed at $432,000. Flack from Peta. In 2015, Hermes received a notice from Peta with accusations made for the inhumane treatment of the crocodiles and Himalayan white, which is a species of albino crocodiles whose skin is used to make the legendary Birkin bag. The issue was worrisome to such an extent that it even led Jane Birkin to request scrapping of her last name from the piece. Later, Peta and Hermes ended up settling for a small buy-in agreement which allowed Peta the access to Hermes' annual ethics meetings. Craftsmanship. The products created by the popular fashion label are unbeatable and unique, and the credits go to the skilled craftsmen. The goods are put in the hands of the men themselves, and the quality of the bag is maintained because they are sewn by hands and not by sewing machines, therefore marking them as durable and does not wear out easily. The use of precious metals and gemstones can be seen on the Birkin bags. Another reason which makes the products of Hermes so desirable is their limited availability. The manufacturing of the items by the fashion label is so limited that they make selective pieces, and very recently the brand was made even more exclusive with the retail of its products to only the VIP clients, which either includes popular celebrities or clients who have spent huge sums of money in the Hermes stores. The legacy still continues. Even after 180 years in business, the Hermes family still manages to hold the command on the brand's operations, with Pierre Alexis Dumas as the current chairman, who is a sixth-generation member of the Hermes family. Their record-breaking price tags. Not everyone can afford an Hermes product. The most expensive Hermes bag is a white Himalaya Birkin composed of albino crocodile with a solid 18-karat gold hardware, and it contains 240 diamonds. Unbelievable, right? But it is true. This rare investment piece was sold in June 2017 at an auction to a buyer from Hong Kong for a grand sum of $379,261 US, making it eligible for the records as the most expensive bag in the world. Each Birkin bag takes almost 48 hours to get ready for you. The Silk Scarves. If you as a general consumer have a dream of owning even a product from this popular fashion label, we have a way for you. The Hermes scarf, which comes with the lowest price range of $400 US, is affordable. Although for a scarf, $400 sounds expensive, you won't regret the high quality and natural materials used by them. It's a wholesome deal. For the ones who are obsessed with the handbags, there is nothing more fulfilling than the sight of a bright orange box with a brown ribbon. Here is an interesting story about the iconic Hermes orange boxes. Actually, they planned to paint it cream-colored, but later they decided to opt for the switch to using the orange folded box method that seems to have made a very lasting impression. The first orange box was launched after World War II, and this move was taken because of the shortage of original materials. There was a shortage of certain dyes and other materials, and to make the imitation pigskin boxes, paper was an easy resource along with orange dye, and this is how the orange boxes were born. The orange boxes won the Oscar for packaging in 1994. So that was our video. Do you wish to buy a Birkin bag? Tell us in the comments section below. If you liked our video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell icon so you can always be notified by our regular uploads.